All right, guys, today we're looking at the FN Browning High Power. This gun's unbelievably awesome. All right, guys, real quick, let's run down the controls on the Browning FN High Power. So, right here, you can see the slide release. So we'll go ahead and put the slide in the forward position. You can notice a safety here and a safety also here. So it's got an ambidextrous safety, and it has a traditional magazine release button right here, which is now basically standard on most modern pistols. It is a single action only pistol, which means it can only be fired when the hammer is back. Safety is off. The gun will fire. And obviously the slide will come back, reset, fire again. So there is that. It does have a magazine disconnect, so the pistol will not fire when the mag's out, which a lot of guys disable it. I'm going to leave mine 100% standard or stock. I'm not going to disable that. I know they say that you can get the trigger pull a little bit lighter. Right now it's sitting at about 6.5 pounds. I don't know for sure, I'm just basing it off of what I read. We're gonna get this back to the table then and weigh it. We'll also test the trigger pull on it too, so I can give you kind of an honest, my opinion, my take on it, and you guys can see it too. So we'll do that. So right there, then it'll fire. This mag's not cooperating, but one great thing is there's so many surplus mags out there right now that you can pick up, so I'll have to get a few more mags for it then. Yeah, let's load it up again. One crazy thing about the pistol, it's rumored that John Browning actually died in his workshop working on designing this pistol. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know, but it's definitely pretty cool. Now, one thing I did notice when I'm riding up on the pistol a little bit, my my thumb is actually hitting the slide lock, the slide release, and it's actually locking the slide back, which is driving me nuts. So I need to mentally start thinking about not riding that high up. But that single action trigger is pretty awesome. If it is about 6.5 pounds, I can really feel it, but it breaks so nice. And there's just something about shooting these pistols that's totally awesome. And it's so comfortable. Like, everything about this pistol, someone with medium to like smaller hands would absolutely love shooting this. And I mean, I can see why it's been a favorite of, you know, well, it was adopted by about, see, there I go, locking the slide back. It was adopted by about 50 countries, which is probably one of John Browning's biggest achievements, I would think. I mean, the 1911 was only used by the Americans, realistically, so oh, that's awesome. So much fun. Let me tell you what, guys, this gun is a definite blast to shoot. If you can get your hands on one, this is definitely one worth just having in the collection, just because of its rich military history and the last thing that John Browning ever did. So definitely, if you can find one, I would say pick it up. Let's go shoot some more. And it is just a basic 3-dot system. We'll swing around here so I can show you the sights right there. Just your basic 3-dot. I'm just having way too much fun with the high power. This is really the first production high capacity pistol with a double stack magazine design. So that's kind of really neat, being able to shoot it. There I go, hitting that slide release. I got freaking monster hands on this pistol. I keep taking up a lot of real estate. But heck, 13 rounds was a lot of ammo back in the day. Almost double what the 1911 was. Yep, John Browning's ingenuity right here. Just awesome. I'm a nerd. I am such a nerd. All right, guys, let's go back to the table and weigh it, check the trigger. We'll end it there. Let's go. All right, guys, some of the video's been pretty winded so far, so we're gonna keep this brief, test everything as promised. All right, guys, so I've done this now at least 10 times, if not more. It's breaking around 7.5 to 8.5 pounds. So it's definitely because of that magazine disconnect in there. If we would disable it, I bet like most of the other guys, getting it down in the 6.5, it definitely is a little bit heavy, but it's not bad at all. I don't mind it. All right, so empty weight, we're gonna check it out, see how it is. Empty, you're looking at 2 pounds, 0.5 ounces, and we can load a mag quick and check that out. We're gonna go for 14 rounds. So that would be 13 plus 1. Get them stacked on here. Sitting at 2 pounds, 4.7 ounces. Oh, plus 1. Right on the dot. 2 pounds, 6 ounces on the dot, fully loaded. Not too shabby, handles recoil exceptionally well. Just a great all-around pistol. Let's disassemble the bad boy and end it on that note. Alright guys, so if you look very closely right here, you're going to see a second notch that looks almost identical to the one where your safety would go. And that is significant in taking down the Browning High Power. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the magazine. And like I said, we're going to push back, push up in that second position. Right there, that'll lock it in place. And then what you'll do is push up right here with your thumb on the slide release. That'll unlock it. It's not very hard to do. So you just push up, and then on the other side, push your slide release right out, and that will slide right out. And get a look at this guy right here. All right, we'll put him aside. Now, to prevent the slide from shooting off like a freaking rocket, put a little bit of force on it when you drop the safety, because it is spring-loaded and it will shoot off. There's nothing else you have to do. The slide just then slides off. Now you've got your frame and your slide separated. We'll sit him aside, and we will take the spring and guide rod out right here and drop the barrel. The barrel will just drop straight down like most modern handguns. Like so. To reassemble the pistol, it's simple. Just repeat the process, just only backwards. So you would drop your barrel down in it. It'll just seat exactly where it's supposed to sit. You can then reinsert your spring and guide rod. Now, there is a trick to doing this. So when you get your spring in, your guide rod in, it will... That was backwards. So you're going to want this little rounded part to go seated on the chamber like that. And this little notched part right here is going to stick up, which obviously sitting in the pistol it would look like this. So if you did that, you did it right. You'll know everything fits extremely well right there, or it won't reassemble properly. The frame should just slide right under the rails like normal. Yeah. So everything will just slide together. And then you will push back, lock it as you did before. So you take your slide release and insert in the hole. Everything will just slide and pop right back together. You should be able to just take the safety, drop it down, and it's reassembled. That was quick and painless, wasn't it? There it is. We are clear. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I know I did. It was definitely a blast to shoot. I want to get the high power back out to the range and get a lot more trigger time with it. But thanks for coming along on the journey, guys. We'll definitely catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.